Well, I had the opportunity, actually, to be a guest on the Lounge Show. Yeah, I was all ready to do it. And then one of the hosts, Rob Scott. Yes, that's the one. It's Rob and Bob. So it was Rob who said he didn't want me to appear, that I wasn't relevant anymore. But look, I was just happy to get the initial invitation. I mean, who wouldn't be?
It's The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle, two veteran broadcasters who love to hear themselves talk and are somehow able to tolerate each other. Let's see if you can tolerate them as well. Here's Rob and Bob.
Yes, and that's something that happened at work the other day. I was telling this story about. So I'm shopping for coffee mugs online, and my buddy Brett goes, "That is a sentence I will never utter as long as I'm on the planet." I was shopping for coffee mugs online.
Yeah,
that's how fun it is to be with these wacky 30-year-olds at work. I said, "Never's a long time, dude."
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
My ass.
Okay, well, hey, everybody. I'm Bob.
We won't hear that. I'm Rob, and I'm in Atlanta.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
And I am in Las Vegas, and that means it's time for the Lounge Show because Billy Joel sang that song. He wrote that just for us so many years before we were even before we knew each other.
Yeah, that's true. I remember when my sister Kimberly wanted that album.
Right?
No,
why is it that you're? No,
that's not right. I bought that
Oh my
album.
God, you're a liar.
That's all. No, it is my sister. My sister Kimberly wanted, because that was Piano Man. I got into The Stranger, the album The Stranger by Billy Joel, but Piano Man was like in the mid 70s. I was probably still swayed by the music of the Archies at that time. But she wanted that album, and she also wanted for one Christmas wanted American Pie by Don McLean. So again, I was always around this great musical influence with my two older sisters.
I had American Pie, and I had Castles in the Air, both on 45s.
Ooh, that was a big 45 though with the Don McLean tune, because that's what 8 minutes long, 7 minutes long. That was.
I had the 45 for Castles in the Air, and Vincent.
Yeah, that's Don McLean. Starry Night.
Yeah, I just recall having the 45s though, and not the any album. I don't.
Well, he had like a thumb going into the picture on the cover of the album was a thumb with a star.
Yeah, I've seen it a gazillion times, but I don't think I owned it. I think I had a little stack of 45s, not a big collection, but I was just thinking the other day about the Partridge Family, and because there's some song that plays in a playlist around here that there's a
come on, get
happy. Yeah. Yes. And
I don't have any family references. I remember having to watch them.
Yeah,
I watched them. I was Brady Bunch, followed by the Partridge Family, and then also that was Friday night on ABC. And then the 9 p.m. Central show, which would have been 10 o'clock, 9 p.m. was Love American Style. And my mom was not keen on my watching that. That was a little...
I think we've talked about this on this program at least once.
Yeah, we have.
About how it was... I always watched it when I was home from school, or my mom, or maybe during summer vacation when my mom still had to work, or something like that. It was on at like 10:30 in the morning on Channel 17.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Love American Style.
Hubba hubba. Just
I the ladies doing the hubba hubba too, if you want.
Those aren't my favorite sound effects. You have such a vast collection of really good ones, and then every now and then I got to hear. Like, do you have any of the classics, like from the 70s, like the Kimmer used?
I'm sure I have them somewhere. I'm still in a big sound problem with this computer, but now that I'm working from home, I can't even send it in because I still need it to record. Not that anyone gives a rat's butt, but I record if I have to do any voice work because the whole rig is for that tower, right? My microphone and all. So then I'll have to turn on that computer, dump it into Adobe, and then throw it, like email it or do a drop and then pick it up and edit the work on my laptop, my work laptop. I know no one cares, but you understand what I'm saying. So that, I have a sound problem. So I don't know where the hell they are, but I'm sure I have some old 70s. I mean, that's where the special comes from.
Weekend Special.
It is really freaking comfortable here in Henderson, Las Vegas. We are past the triple digits, firmly into no greater than the lower 90s. We've been wonderful temperatures the past 48 to 72 hours, and I don't see an end of it until May. Rob?
Yeah, didn't we? Yeah, Rob, back to you. Hog chow and pig chow.
One day I got to see if we had then I would just kick in Weekend Special, then immediately I have a button. The background changes to now a weather. I'm not ready, but it changes to a weather map. And then I do a 68 degrees and for low pressure, and I have to do the whole, got to do the whole thing.
Yes. How Bill Murray of you.
Phil?
Yeah.
Your very good personal close friend, Bill Murray, I might add.
I actually met Bill Murray, and he shook my shirt collar and everything.
Have you been to your website?
Yeah, robscott.org.
Right.
He had me at .org, which I just love that he went with .org.
I wonder how many people have been .org'd by Bill Murray.
Probably many, but
there needs to be a Facebook group or I don't know, a group. Whatever.
Well, the point is, I did meet him, and he was a delightfully unassuming guy. So that was really cool. He was just Bill Murray, and
it was good. You got to see a good version of him. You hear all kind of things about the guy. Who knows? But as long as your experience was good, well, it
was all of about 10 minutes, Bob. But the whole 10 minutes, he was delightful.
Do you know people would stand in line for a really long time for 10 minutes with Bill Murray?
In fact, and also then he auctioned off the next night. I watched him auction off a bowling ball from Kingpin and the suit he wore in Ghostbusters. It said Venkman on it. And that went for some big money.
I'll bet you.
$8-9 grand for the outfit, 10 grand for the bowling ball. And then I remember there was a baseball that was auctioned off too that night that had the 3 pitchers for the Yankees.
How about the belly itchers?
Who had pitched no hitters. All 3 had signed this baseball. And so one of our baseball junkies at the shop, we were telling this story and we said $16,000. It went for $16,000, but it had all the signatures of all of the guys who threw no hitters. He goes, did they use that ball in the games? Because I'm telling you, that's so overpriced. Like he knew the market. He said that ball should go for about $5 grand and it went for 16. People don't know. You put enough liquor in people, they'll bid on it. If they have money, which all of these people
still $5 grand.
No, but they paid $16,000 for that baseball that night. I just saw lots of money changing hands. Anyway, enough about Bill Murray.
So I should acknowledge that we weren't here last week because I had to cancel the show. It was posted, and I had to go in and say cancel event. Oh, it hurt my heart.
Well, you had things.
No. Remember, it was a technical issue. It was I could not get the camera to work. So and just wait till you hear. Wait till you hear what prevented the show from last week. So it had gotten unplugged so the camera plugs into an interface, which then goes into the computer. So it had gotten unplugged from the interface, and so I plugged it back in, like maybe a day or 2 before the show, because I wasn't doing anything else. So now it's showtime, and I turn everything on. It's like crap. It's there's no signal. I'm unplugging on all over the place. And it's just not working. I'm thinking, oh man, did the HDMI? Now I get to talk about stuff. Did the HDMI cable go bad? Is there something? Is the camera screwed? Oh no, what's happening? I can't deal with it now. Cancel the show. So we had to send everybody home. I had to pay union people anyway.
I thought they were striking right now. Your union?
No, not mine.
Well, anyway, I thought my Adobe recording story was a little over the top technically, but
no, it was fine. It was fine. But anyway, point is, so then it was like I needed it, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to revisit this. And I look over there, and on the interface, there's the out that goes to the computer, that connects the interface to the computer, and then there's an HDMI in, and then there's an HDMI out. And guess which one I had it plugged into? If you said out, you'd be correct, and that's why there was no signal. So it was just a simple, total operator. Didn't even take the time to look down and go, do I at least have it plugged into the right thing on the interface? Nope. And it was like...
So it was in through the outdoor. It was like a Zeppelin album.
Sure. And I want to remind people who weren't here last week that if you'd like to be a part of the show, all you got to do is say hello to us in the comments. You have several areas.
No one's there.
Yeah, they may be watching. They're just intimidated because we were coming back with such, it's like such power. Like
High energy.
right, yeah, and clearly a list of poignant things to talk about.
Yeah, like the fact that you had the marketing department had us posted today as the Hills Brothers. I saw that today, that the lounge show with the Hills Brothers. And at first I thought you maybe, who the marketing department may have misspelled it. And it was supposed to be like the singing group, the Mills Brothers. But no, it's the coffee guys, I'm assuming. It was
I think, nope, just a coincidence.
the Hills Brothers. Because Bob used to give me crap about the fact that 3 tablespoons my ass.
Well, you said 2.
Well, whatever.
Maybe now the truth's coming out.
No,
the whole time it was 3.
I just have a knack for putting on a pot of coffee. That's
okay,
all
so
is.
hey, look. So while we're doing this, and you take a coffee break, I'm going to put this on there. Now look at the screen.
Hey, I see it. I
All
look
right.
nice.
Now,
yes, and I'm that's something that happened at work the other day. I was telling this story about. So I'm shopping for coffee mugs online, and my buddy Brett goes, "That is a sentence I will never utter as long as I'm on the planet. I was shopping for coffee mugs online." That's how fun it is to be with these wacky 30-year-olds at work. I said, never's a long time, dude.
okay, so there was a reason you were hearing it. It just wasn't supposed to play over and over and over
You
again.
had all that
before it's
planned.
time. I had all of it planned.
So let me ask you, can you see all these red blotches on my face? It's not a bit, really. I'm like here, all this.
Yes, I do.
I had to go to the dermatologist on Tuesday just for the age crap. And they shave off all these little goofy things. It's not, this will never be a problem. But we're glad you came in. And it dawned on me, I had never gone. Have you ever been to a dermatologist?
No,
I've never been.
And I should.
When I was a kid, I thought maybe I had gone, when you have acne.
Yeah, I know.
But I didn't because I was swimming. If you're in, it's bleach. You swim in bleach all the time. And that's what chlorine is. So you basically don't have acne problems in high school if you're in chlorinated water all the time. So I never really had a point to go, but now you get old and whatever. And so, yeah, but here's the thing, Bob, I picked a good time because I'm working from home these last few weeks.
That's right.
You don't have to, it's a good time to get scarred up, beat up, go to the doctor, do the thing, get it all out of the way.
Now we need to come back to that. Let's say hello to Carol. Tracy's mom is watching.
Oh, hello.
And she'll
Carol.
be joining us in just a week or so. She'll be here for a couple of weeks. For an extended visit. She'll be here for both me and Tracy's birthday.
Oh, that's October time for sure.
That's right. We're coming up. It's coming up. And we're all very excited. So,
well, hello.
And then what was the other thing you were saying?
I was just talking about working from home. Whoa, look at that. Okay. So many people have wanted that just for years and years, and it finally happened. So the thing too, you're in focus. The thing too about working from home, because you've worked from home for the last 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
So it really is not a thing. I have noticed that you go through less gasoline, certainly, because you don't drive it. And then less laundry. Because, just lounge around, sweats and a couple of T-shirts and socks. But you're not putting on work clothes and something new every day and all that. So those are but then the things I've noticed more of is dishes. You have more dishes because you eat all 3 of your meals or 2 and paper products, Bob. I noticed that you go through, because you're not using all that sandpaper, toilet paper at work. It's kind of like COVID. That's why I think they said there was a run on all that toilet paper because people weren't using public restrooms. Did you know that?
I don't
It's a yes.
Guys in the white coats figure that out.
I just put the deal together. That's right. Wonderful movie, by the way. Never.
So because of the camera snafu just now, it tilted the camera down. So now my head's way up here. So I have to sit real funny.
Well, you can't monkey with the camera. You can't readjust
it's got the whole teleprompter thing on it, so it's not just the camera, it's this whole big bulky thing.
We can go to, let's see if I can remember how to share the screen. And if I can do that correctly.
Blum, 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 blum. Let's all go to the Robbie. Hey.
Okay, let's see if that works. There it is. Okay, and I can make that maybe a little bigger. Now, here's the thing, boys and girls. So Bob did this for me, as you can tell, especially now that I have all this scarred facial tissue.
And
That's just something that happened at work the other day. I was telling this story about. So I'm shopping for coffee mugs online, and my buddy Brett goes, "That
rid of this
is a sentence I will never utter as
long
as I'm on the."
Need it anymore. The bit is over. Jeez, it's activating every time. Never mind.
So I posted this last week about. I used it as my profile picture on Facebook. Bob made this for me. Obviously, this is one of the many. This isn't a slam. This is one of the many things that Bob does, and every now and then he'll send me, because you guys know, if you're lounge regulars, he's into the AI thing. So he made this, and I chose this for my Facebook picture because it definitely doesn't look completely like a photograph. So, like that everyone would know this is Avatar-esque, created. Yeah. Wonderful job. I mean, I'm not kidding. Bob does some really cool crap. I'm just saying that. So anyway, I posted that Saturday around 5. I was going to talk about it on the lounge last week, but the lounge was closed. The point I'm making is 73 responses, of which 21 comments. The web went nutsy. Now I realize I realize it's not, Selena Gomez hawking mascara. I need to get 4 billion hits, but people went. I got more, all positive, Bob. Everyone went nutsy. Yay. So I just wanted to give props to you. 70. What did I say? 73 responses and 21 people. Tim Mahoney thought I looked like I was from The Sting. I kind of liked that one. I thought that was kind of fun.
This one turned out really good. Well, shit, we need to put the URL in the comments section. I mean, I sell it as a service. That's right. Yeah, contentcommander.ai/virtual photo shoot, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like your version of that. And
Bob did many others. He did all kinds of different stuff. I could have chosen many of the ones that he made. I just thought that one. And I mean, high school people, you're looking great. And I'm thinking, do you even, that's when I started to go, I don't even know if they know that this isn't real. This is Bob made this up in his head and with a mouse.
And you're right. And it's painterly, if you will. It has like I said, I think it has like a Norman Rockwell-ish edge to it. I think that was even in the prompt. So for people to think it's a photograph with where did you go to get that lighting and the everything? I mean,
everything. Is that did you go to Disney? Did they dress you up? Is that one of those old tin type kind of places? You remember those places? You go to those amusement park?
I've seen pictures of I never did it, but I've seen a zillion of them. And I think about that all the time because of course we could do that.
Right. But here I am in this 30s-esque suit with a waist jacket, and there's a silk hanky in my pocket. Come on, have you ever seen me? Even for my daughter's wedding, I didn't dress like that.
Right.
So cool. Anyway, yay you, man. I wanted to give 70-some responses. People went nutsy. Although I don't, as you know, you change all kinds of things on your social all the time. I never post. I never change things. So maybe that's why but hey, I'm keeping it there for a while. People think I look that good, that I was Redford or Newman out of The Sting. You betcha.
Awesome. Well, all this time over there in the corner. Jesus. Well, that's good. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I
thought about it, and then I even went and got the doggone picture. I found it and got it ready to show on the show. The show.
That's awfully nice of you because I do enjoy doing that. It's an interesting creative challenge. I've got a couple of times when the face isn't quite right, and it's but in your case, it just worked,
Well, I thought I would do that, and I did, and the response was overwhelming.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now there's something else. There was something else. Not that I have anything planned because I do not. But there was something else I was going to say. So while we're thinking about that, let's check in with the still blurry cam. It is still blurry.
It is. It has been well over a half a year, and they've never readjusted the autofocus. But hey, it is Lake Geneva. It was wonderful there today. I saw an abundance of boat traffic on today. It was like 80 there. September's the best month to visit Lake Geneva.
And get some corn, right?
Right. And also the water's at its warmest, the weather is still great, and the average moron who vacations there is not there.
Okay, so the water's at its warmest, and what would that be about?
I don't know by temp. I really don't. I just know that.
Okay, we need to know this. We need to know
it's online.
this.
You can do that. The Water Safety Patrol posts it, I think.
I think I need to move my echo right here.
I thought you were going to look up the.
Let's see. I don't have a computer, so this isn't working. I'm just caught up in the music now. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it is a good one. Hey, so here's something I read this morning. It's like doing a morning show with Bob. I find these little tidbits. This Friday, Bob, this coming Friday, Netflix will stop mail order DVD service. I had no idea
they're still doing it.
That's what I thought.
I thought that was done. Are you sure you're not looking at an old paper?
No, and in fact, they said in some sort of post on what's Twitter now? X. I think Twitter's called X. So that's where they posted. It said the phrase was "Keep them, enjoy your final shipment as long as you like." They don't even give a crap, whatever you got.
Because what the hell are we going to do with them?
What are we going to do with them? Then we got to get rid of them.
That's right. Keep them.
Keep them.
By the way, because you ordered this, we're also sending you.
Yes. Right. Your own. Oh, speaking of which, you sent me that thing about punk music. You get 36 hits of punk music, and none of them.
Legit spot.
That was great. That was awesome.
You can only get it on CD, man.
Right.
Yeah. And her line was, yeah.
She gets like 3 times. I think at the end.
And then she said the price at the end.
That's what it was, the price. But all she had was pink hair and a pretty face. But yeah, and it wasn't even close to punk. They kept calling it punk, and then they go,
I know. They tried so hard. They'd insert things that were punk adjacent, like the Romantics and the Cure, whatever.
And spike hair.
Even Huey Lewis in the News. And that is, I'm not kidding, on a punk. It was called Punk, and Huey Lewis is on there, and they're trying to justify it. Man.
It wasn't punk. It was dance stuff. It was like the Fix. And it was there was no Sid Vicious, that kind of punk,
No,
it was Huey Lewis in the News. That was really good. I'm glad but anyway, so that's this Friday, Bob. If you have any DVD from Netflix discs lying around the house, you just keep them. You don't have to get rid of them.
Good, because the fees have been 3 decades.
Killing me. I got them knocked.
I am gonna eventually, though. Bridget Jones' Diary is going to get watched.
That's right. I remember now. I didn't do too much Netflix. I was a Blockbuster guy.
Yeah. Way more Blockbuster. Netflix was very rare. Yeah.
I mean, and Blockbuster was a social event, because you had to go there and you'd see other people on a Friday night or a Saturday night rummaging about. All the good ones were gone by 7 p.m., 8 p.m. on a Saturday or Friday if you wanted the latest Rocky movie or whatever that just came out. But yeah, it smelled, and all of them had their own smell, the Blockbuster.
I guess, yeah. I certainly remember, and that walking up and down, trying to decide, what about this? I saw it already. Oh, okay, hold on. No, that's because nightmares. Or are you shitting me right now? I'm not watching that. And
they were all blue and yellow. They all had that paint scheme. And you would go out there all the time.
Always go straight for new releases. Okay, let's see what's new. They got Jaws 3D. Good.
Good. Got it. Piranha boob piranha movies they'd show boobs. And so
why are you saying that? Because that's the only thing about that movie I remember. Have we talked about this? We
never. Seriously, never. As on my parents' souls, we've never talked about this. But yes, of course, that's all you remember.
That blows my mind that you remember that. That's crazy.
Piranha 3D. It's just because
it wasn't even 3D. This was the first Piranha.
Yeah,
and it was on cable at my friend's house. I'm in whatever grade that was.
Right. It's kind of like.
Boobs were hard to come by back then. You couldn't just
so hard to come by that. I knew guys
just
like
go www,
which always at late at night Cinemax have like almost soft porn, and then they would turn it on, but it was scrambled because they didn't pay for it, so it looked like Picasso. There'd be like 3 boobs. There'd be one up in the corner and one down left, but there's boobs. And so Piranha, the whole deal with Piranha was there was guys got eaten by these fish, and then women right before they got eaten swam for whatever reason with no top on. So that was basically the gist of that movie. But that's funny. I remember that, he says.
No, because I think about it so often that is what that, every time I think, even if I hear the word piranha, I think of the movie and that.
and boobs. That's outstanding. That's outstanding.
And so when you said that, it was like my whole world just came, because I thought I was the only one.
Oh, silly Hills brother. No. In fact, I'm sure the producers go, how can we make money? Let's target what? 15 to 18-year-old boys
who are sneaking a view at this when their parents are asleep. We put it on at 10:30.
Either that or they went to Blockbuster and got it, and tried to. It's R-rated, but I think I remember my daughter one time was going to an R-rated movie, and they had one of her friends was, for lack of, was buxom. And so she would always get I need 4 tickets. And they would just give her the 4 tickets because she looked older because she had big boobs. So that was their shtick to go into an R-rated movie.
I'm laughing because Tracy commented, and not just commented, but look at the style of it.
Oh, she did a nice job with the eyeballs that are the O's of boobs.
Yeah. She really did. That's awesome.
That took some time. That
and it works really good with the font that comes up with the...
I just thought I'd run the guys going hubba hubba.
There's women in there too, and that's the good thing about boobs.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
do not discriminate.
No.
Right.
They don't.
I'm sorry, Carol. I don't know how we got here.
Well, that's
Piranha.
all right.
But Piranha came up.
Well, it's all because Netflix is stopping their. And Bob goes, you look at me and go, are they still doing that? Apparently they are. Some people are still that return envelope, and they're sending Rocky 14 back. But I love the fact that they say keep them, enjoy your final shipment as long as
fine. Keep Wedding Crashers.
Saving right. Keep Piranha. We don't get Piranha.
God.
There it is. So anyway, I was thinking about this tonight before the lounge opened, and I can't remember one topic that we talked about when we did the three of us in Vegas show. When the lounge show was in Vegas and we sat out in that fire pit area, that couch pit area, I don't remember anything we talked about. Not one thing. I don't remember one stinking thing. I go, wow, that was a trip. Going out to see Bob and Tracy. I remember the lighting. I remember you set up the camera. We sat down, and next thing you know, it was over. It was 30 minutes whoosh.
It's true. I can't think of one thing either.
So here's the thing. Tomorrow I'm on a liquid diet. I have to go do another doctor thing on Monday. And tomorrooo, just liquid.
Oh my God. Can I just stop this aging process now? I don't want to do any of the stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, you're on. The only reason I bring this crap up, no pun intended, is
come on.
You're on the doorstep of having to do this maintenance. Speaking of maintenance, how much time we got? We got just a little bit. So I had my car again, working from home, can alter the schedule. Had my car there was a recall on something. So I had to book the appointment 3 months ago, and I bring it in, and then I say, do a head to toe, right? Just do a stem to stern. Take a look, because these guys these are actual.
And then they say, sir, this is an auto mechanic. You should probably talk to a general practitioner.
This is a Blockbuster, sir. We rent movies.
Sorry, I'm in the wrong story.
But keep the boob thing over there. I'll be back. So I
damn it! So many good opportunities to end the show, but I got to finish the story.
Well, no, it was really kind of a boring story. The point is that I've noticed when I get older, I don't mind spending a little maintenance money on a car, where I used to when I was younger and had no money. It's like, oh, you want a couple hundred to do this and that because it's 50,000. Yeah, fine, do it. Just do it. If that's what you think it's going to run, I don't want. It was maintenance crap. Nothing was wrong. Nothing was broken. Just, fuel and but like when I was 20, 30 years old, oh no, they're ripping me off. I don't need that. I just need gasoline. That's all I need is gasoline.
And with those words, those were the words they chose. I kid you not. Those were the words. So when those words came out, they decided that's when they were going to end the show. They could have done, I don't know, countless other things, but they chose that sequence of words to end it. And this is how we're left with the show. I don't get it. I I don't think I can watch anymore.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.
Hello and welcome to the after show. We're still broadcasting. We're back because Rob was in the middle of something and my finger just twitched involuntarily while hovering over the button. No, but I just want you to know we are still broadcasting. So we are.
We are?
Yes, this is the post credits so that you can finish because I don't want people staying up at night going, so what after the,
There's nothing. That's it. It's all I'm saying is it doesn't bother me to spend that money when I'm older and I go out because I don't want the car to crap out in the middle of something. And it's part of owning it's like putting paint on your house.
Okay, but when I clicked the button and the thing went automatically and I was like, oh crap. And the look on your face was like I was going to say something. So I thought, well, we got to bring him back. There will be a huge payoff. This will be totally worth it.
And there's no payoff.
And with those words, those were the words they chose. I kid you not. Those were the words. So when those words came out, they decided that's when they were going to end the show. They could have done, I don't know, countless other things, but they chose that sequence of words to end it. And this is how we're left with the show. I don't get it. I don't think I can watch anymore.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.
That was the Lounge Vegas ending.